Hi, I'm DebDedrick, High Performance Life and Business Coach. How are you today? On We Rise Higher Tuesday, how to get better at anything. I wanted to talk to you about it because I've been going through it, and it's practice. Practice, practice, practice. Every single day. So if you want to take your life higher, if you want to transition your life and business, you're going to have to pick a few things like we've talked about in the past. And you're going to have to just pick a few things. That's been my biggest challenge. Is it yours? Is it just picking a few things that you want to get good at instead of being pulled into distraction, being pulled down this little vine here, you're going to learn this, and maybe you're going to go over there on that little vine and you're going to learn that, and then you find nothing is getting done? Oh my gosh. Well, don't beat yourself up for that, because we have all been there. And the way to change that, we talked about that yesterday, is forming new habits. You know, cue, reaction, outcome. I'm sure that's not exactly the way it is, but you get cued and you react a certain way because you get a certain outcome. So if you want to begin to scale up and get really good at something, you're going to have to start to recognize those cues. And I got another one today. You know, I told you I wasn't gonna answer those emails. Well, I didn't answer an email. I mistakenly picked up the phone. And he pitched me a mastermind group. Oh yeah, and I'm beginning to become so good at recognizing sales pitches that I was able to sidestep it, even though I would have really liked to go to that. But like I said, that's another whole week and a lot of money out of the pocket. And that is something that I'm committed to changing. What is it in your life that you can commit to change? Isn't it gorgeous today? Oh my gosh. It is so gorgeous today. I brought you up here into the trees with me so you could see how pretty and green it is out there. Back to you though, right? Tip for the day. How to get better at anything. You're going to slim it down, pick a couple of things, and then you're going to work it into your day-to-day calendar by using focused blocks of time and being committed to that. You have to commit to self. You have to commit to following through. Oh my gosh. I had so many times today when I was working on this project that I wanted to just throw it in the towel, but I recognized in order to get a mastery at anything that connects to my online business, I have to practice. And this is also in accordance with growing my online and my bricks and mortar business. So what's it for you? What can you learn? What can you scale up? What is it that you want to get better at? And then just commit. Put it on your day-to-day calendar. Schedule a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot amount of time, maybe 10-15 minutes. You know, for me today it was almost all day. What can it be for you? If it's getting in better shape, you know, how can you work those in? I think working in little blocks of time, you can get a lot of workouts in. You can do like 10 minutes here, maybe 10 minutes in the afternoon, maybe 10 minutes at the end of the day. That's a half an hour. And then it's not so overwhelming if you're new to a committed exercise routine. Whatever it is, I encourage you to step into mastery. I encourage you to not listen to people that maybe aren't on board with you getting better and becoming the best, I hate that word, version of yourself. God, you hear it everywhere, but becoming your best you, becoming who you want to be. What do you want to get good at? You know, if somebody walked into my room right now and watched me and they would say, why are you doing that? Well, I can't explain it to you like you couldn't explain to me why you want to do something. It's just something that's in here. So what's in here in you that you want to do that's important to you? And how can you maneuver that into your day? Now, if you're a young mom and you have little kids, you know what? That's just really hard. You just aren't going to be able to do everything all at the same time in your life. You can do parts of things throughout your whole life, but you can't do it all. I don't believe in do a good job. It's just like we were talking about at the very beginning of this tip. Pick a few things, get really good at them. You know, back when my kids were little, I picked that. I picked being a great mom. I picked being present for my children. I picked focus blocks of times to weave in and out my day, my work schedule into that. I was very fortunate. And keep in mind, I had 4 kids and they were pretty close together. So it can be done, but you want to enjoy your life. You want to go through your life and enjoy the quality of your life and do everything with excellence that you can. And also, let's not forget, if you aren't that good at it yet, don't beat yourself up. Remember, we're supposed to be our own best friends, right? Me, myself, and I, we're a posse of 3, and we're never alone. So thank you so much for joining me on Aim Higher Tuesday, where I give you tools and tips and ways of looking at your life that you can implement right into your day-to-day routine so you can create a happier life, build a stronger business and career, and leave a legacy for family. Until tomorrow, go out in the world and be a positive role model and influencer for good. Yay, let's stand out there and raise our candles of happiness and joy. And let's be good role models for the younger generation so they can look forward to living their lives. And thank you so much for joining me on my daily tips, and peace and love and God bless. Hi, I'm DebDedrick, High Performance Life and Business Coach. Happy Monday. Oh my gosh, did you have a fabulous weekend? Did you really get a lot of fun in and not get too hot and wiped out? We had quite a house full here, and now it's quiet, and I am working from home today, and we're refocusing because I know for me and my team, we're really close to wrapping up a lot of our loose ends. And so I'm going to encourage you today to look forward as we go into July to what goals did you maybe not get finished in June, and what can you wrap up this month or even this week that'll give you a really strong sense of satisfaction. For me, I'm going to wrap up 2 or 3 of my projects for both of my companies, and I'm going to have them done. I did not get them done like I had wanted last week because we had a whole bunch of people come in for the holidays, and that's kind of why I wanted to bring this up. Remember, there has to be a work-life balance. You can't always have everything all at the same time. What I've heard out in the world is that you can have it all, and I don't believe that is true. You can have it all, but maybe not at the same time in your life. You could have parts of it one time, parts of it at another time, and at the end of your life, you can look back and say, oh yeah, I had it all, but I had it at different times in my life. So give yourself a break. And I did that this weekend by setting aside work and focusing on July 4th and focusing on how I could be of service to my family who all came home and they had a great time. And what can you be doing for you? Hi there, Margaret. What can you be doing for you to create work-life balance where you are still accomplishing your goals and dreams, but you're always maybe thinking of family first? Because let's not get caught up so much in life that we forget what's most important to us, which is our family and our friends and our wellness and our life. So as we go forward into this week, let's think about let's make it one project that you can knock out of the park this week, where you can give yourself that same sense of satisfaction. And then after that, you can do another one and another one and another one. For me, I have found with juggling dual careers, it's very easy to get caught up in to working all the time, to always feeling overwhelmed and never getting enough accomplished. And let's just pause that and set that aside and remember that life is a beautiful journey that we're going through together. We don't want to forget to enjoy the journey by getting caught up on so much to do on our to-do list. And let's remember to focus on what's important, and it's our relationships, namely your relationship with yourself, your family, your friends, and your team. Because without that, what's life worth, right? Thank you so much for joining me today on Happy Monday, Goal Setting Monday. So good to see you, Margaret. I hope you're so wonderful and everything's good in your life. I hope you had a really fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow, and No Travel Tuesday. And until tomorrow, I hope these videos help you on how to create a happier life, build a stronger business and career, and leave a legacy for your family. Go out in the world and please, let's raise the torch of kindness for each other. Let's be kind and generous, and let's eliminate criticism and unkind words out of our vocabulary and set a good role model for everybody else. Well, not everybody, but whoever we come in contact with. And until tomorrow, have a great day. Love and peace to you. Hi, I'm DebDedrick, High Performance Life and Business Coach. Welcome to Aim High Tuesday, where today we're going to talk about how to accomplish any goal. And I'm going to go off this book that I have had forever in my office, which is Brian Tracy's Goals. I've followed him for years. I love him dearly, and he's helped me accomplish a lot of my goals by me utilizing his framework. So let's get right into it. His number one belief and mine is that whatever you focus your mind on, if it's negative thoughts or positive thoughts, that is going to determine the outcome and the quality of your life. So he's a strict believer in taking control of your negative emotions and getting rid of them and trying to redirect your mind into positive emotions. That's number one. Number two, you create in your mind a positive vision for your outcome when you're accomplishing this goal. What does that mean? Well, in your mind, you see yourself accomplishing this goal. If you're maybe wanting a different job, you picture yourself already in this job. Maybe you're wanting to lose a few pounds. You're picturing yourself losing those few pounds. You're seeing it. You're seeing the outcome. Number three, taking responsibility for how you use your time and focusing your time on anything that's going to move you into accomplishing the goal that you're working for, and not allowing yourself to become pulled into many areas of distraction. And number four, desire and belief. This is a 12-step process outlined in this book, which is desire, belief, believing that you can do it, writing it down so you can see it, determining when you're going to start and when you're going to end. Think of it like a college class. There's a start of your college class, a middle, and then there's the final exam. Look at goals the same way. Make sure there's a structure that you're implementing so you can make sure you're moving them forward. What obstacles might get in your way that you need to have a plan of attack for so you can know what to do if they come up? What skills do you need to develop if you don't have them that'll help you move your goal forward? Maybe you need staff, maybe you need team, maybe you need a mastermind. Surround yourself with people that will help you accomplish your dream. What is your plan? Create a plan, write it down, and make sure it's like a roadmap. If you wouldn't leave your house to go somewhere you didn't know how to get to without a map, right? I know we have our phones these days, but create a plan and then visualize in your mind you accomplishing your goal, you moving forward you all the great things that are you're going to feel when you have accomplished your goal. And remember, this is a tough one. Never ever give up on your goals and your dreams. And it's very tempting to do that. But somebody said to me earlier today when I was feeling a little bit like that, she said, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And remember that with your goals. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So give yourself a break. If you're feeling a little bit down and maybe it's taking you high, Scott, if it's taking you a little bit longer than you thought to accomplish your goals, shake off the negative thoughts. Fill your mind with positives and keep going after your dreams and goals. And I think one of the most important is like what I was talking about earlier. Make sure that you have a specific time you're going to start your action plan and when it's going to be over. And that will help you a lot more as you work toward your goals. And again, I love Brian Tracy's goal book. He helped me a lot with my parenting too, especially my young teenage son, who's no longer a teenager, and I'm happy about that. And so thank you so much for joining me today on Aim Higher Tuesday, where it's my mission to give you tools, tips, and strategies you can incorporate into your life so you can build a happier life, create a stronger business and career, and leave a legacy for your family. We need powerful leaders right now, so let's join together. Let's be positive. If these help you in any way, go over and check out my YouTube channel and check out my podcast, Secret Happiness Habits. Thank you. Tomorrow, I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow on We Rise Wednesday. Until then, God bless, peace and love. Have a great day. Hi, I'm DebDedrick, High Performance Life and Business Coach. Welcome to Turnaround Thursday, where today we're going to talk about how to create a high performance life. Now, I'm going to just do a disclaimer here. Not everybody wants a high performance life. I think a lot of people would like a happy life, but high performance is succeeding at high levels, above and beyond, for extended periods of time. And not everybody has that desire, I've been told. I think I've been accused of being one of those high performers and maybe always striving to go to the next level, and not everybody is like that. So if that sounds like you, why don't you pay attention, and I'm going to give you the 5 habits. And the 5 habits of successful high performers comes from the book High Performing Habits, which my coach who trained me years ago wrote to kind of give you a guideline on how to create a high performance life. I don't know about you, but I vote for living life to the fullest and going all in and not just going with the flow and following what everybody else does, because I've never ever been that way. But a lot of people are, and that is fine. This is not for them, this is for you. And the first habit of high performance is seeking clarity. And clarity, which it's going to be different for everybody, okay? What's clarity in my life for me and what a high performance life looks like to me is not going to be what it is for you. So seeking clarity on what's most meaningful for you, what's going to give you a sense of purpose, what kind of legacy that you want to lead, if it's personal or if it's professional, get clarity, okay? And from there, in order to make that happen, you have to generate energy. You can't just lay there and think, okay, I'm just going to wake up, I'm going to have clarity, and I'm going to have energy. As my coach would say, the power plant generates energy. So you learn to control your body and your mind, and you generate the necessary energy to help you go after what you're looking for. And another thing, in an age where we're so distracted and there's so many things to choose from, and I love that word distractions, because you can waste a lot of your life on things that have no value and that don't move your dream that you're seeking forward. It just kind of just fritters away your time. We all have the same amount of time, but high performers choose to raise necessity on accomplishing their dreams and going after their dreams, so they choose wisely on how they spend their time. And then they increase their productivity. They go after what they want, and they do it every day, and they put it on their calendar, and they set high deadlines and hard deadlines and tough deadlines. They surround themselves with a mastermind or a team that supports them, and that could be your family, that could be your group of friends, that could be your coworkers. And finally, they take the time to develop, and I'm going to just throw this in there. This isn't one that's in the book, but I feel that my life where I've needed the most work is developing my courage muscle and developing influence. They're intertwined. If you don't have courage, it's difficult to develop influence. And if you can work on developing influence, then you can help people, sway people. All the greatest leaders in our time, if you reflect back, had uncanny ability to have public speaking skills, and they could influence how people thought. And developing influence is one of the top high-performing habits that you need to work on, and you have to work on it. You're not going to wake up with that. So that wraps up how to create a high-performance life for today on Turnaround Thursday, which tomorrow's a holiday going into July 4th weekend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope that these tips help you. If they do, please share them with a friend. Go over and check out my YouTube channel and my podcast, Secret Happiness Habits. And until my next video, which is tomorrow, happy Friday. Go out in the world and be a positive role model and influencer for good. And why don't you try some of these high performance habits on for size? See how they fit. See how they improve your life. Peace and love to you from Coach Deb. Have a great day. Hi, I'm DebDedrick, High Performance Life and Business Coach and CEO. Happy Monday. Today I wanted to give you a couple of quick tips on how you could generate more happiness by developing this one skill that I think would really come in handy. Other than the fact I believe in the power of habit, I believe in the power of self-discipline and combine that with habit. Let me just tell you a little quick story. How often have you felt like I felt in the past, where you felt less than, you felt like you could be better, or you felt depression, or you felt overwhelmed, or maybe you woke up and you felt that unease that comes with you, or maybe you're yardsticking yourself up against somebody else. You know, when I was younger, I know I did that a lot, especially in high school. You know, you're always like, who's prettier, who's skinnier, you know. And especially in the high school I went to, I always felt like I was just on the edge of the popular crowd looking in. Have you ever felt that way, where you were just never quite fitting in and just never quite good enough? Well, the one skill that I believe that will generate the most happiness in life is recognizing when you do that and stopping that. And stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Stop comparing yourself and measuring yourself and all those things, because all those things just cause nothing but pain, grief, and suffering. And right now is a perfect opportunity because of our isolation, right? Because we're not supposed to be out doing what we normally do, going to movies, going to the mall, going to the grocery store, hanging out with our friends, whatever it is for you. That will give you more time to use to self-reflect and think about what you're thinking about, and start to eliminate, like pulling weeds out of your garden. What weeds do you have in your thinking that are keeping you held down? And if one of them is self-recrimination, negative self-talk, if it's always thinking that you're not good enough, this could even be thoughts inside your head that are going around that are negative. All of those things, begin to pull those out like weeds out of your garden and fertilize your garden with positive, happy sorry about that siren. I'm sure they're going to help somebody right now, but that's kind of like distracting me. But think about your mind and your garden. How can you fertilize that? How can you make it better? What positive things can you be doing? And today I was talking with somebody who was kind of feeling that way, and the one thing I suggested that I think is the most powerful is pick 1, 2, or 3 things that you are really good at that will make you feel good. And each person's going to be different. Each person, what makes me feel good isn't going to be what makes you feel good, but pick 1, 2, or 3 things that will make you feel good, and then commit. And commit all the way in. Don't just put your foot in, don't put your toe in the water and jump in, with your toe. Jump all the way in, sink to the bottom, and then swim back to the top. Let's go all in on this, and go all in for yourself. Go all in for creating the best garden that you can create. Go all in for creating skill sets that'll help you make happiness, that will make you feel happier, that will help you feel more self-confident, that will support you. After all, I have often said, it's in your best interest to become your own best friend. And start today. Start taking baby little steps. In The Power of Habit, which I love that book, he suggests taking one bad habit, instead of trying to get rid of it, overlapping it with a more powerful positive habit. So let's say, for instance, you want to get up earlier, but you find yourself not having the ability to get up. Well, why don't you just set your alarm and do it at 5 minutes? Do it something doable, 5 minutes, even if it's waking up and sitting in your bed and reading. And then the next day, make it 10 minutes and sit in your bed and read if you have to, or maybe get up out of bed. But gradually shift the way that you have your habit to a new habit. Replace that habit with another habit. That's the best way to break habits, is to not worry about getting rid of one, but to overlap it with a more positive, more self-serving habit. So that wraps up our video tip for the day on the number 1 skill that I feel that you need to generate more happiness. And learn quickly to become your own best friend. Stand by yourself. Make a commitment to self-discipline. Make a commitment to mastery. Make a commitment to becoming your best you, whatever it is. And don't compare yourself to others. Teddy says, don't compare yourself to others. Right, Teddy? He never worries about anything but where his next treat is coming from. Wouldn't it be lovely if we were only worried about something as simple as that? I hope this tips helps you. It's my mission as your high-performance life and business coach and in-house CEO to help you create a happier life, build a stronger business and career, and leave a legacy for family. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Peace and love to you, and I'll see you tomorrow.